Good morning, everyone. Welcome in, and uh, happy Saturday. I just had a brain fart on what day it was, but happy Saturday. Oh, I feel like it's been I don't know. I feel like anymore, my weeks are just crazy. Lots going on, doing multiple things starting to blend together. I know. And crazy bearded one, coffee. Thanks. All right. So, I think everything's working, right? Yes. All right, let's get some music going there. All right, couple things. What was it? Thursday. Went and saw The Mandalorian and Grogu. I liked the movie. Jeepin liked the movie. It was action packed. Had some seriousness in it. Also had some little bit of comedy into it. Typical sort of some dry humor stuff in there. I thought it fit well. So Mandalorian and Grogu is worth seeing, right? Also, we got those two of the popcorn buckets. We have the Mandalorian with Grogu, and then we have the AT-AT with Mando climbing it. So it's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What else has been going on? I've been looking and seeing this. The newest Warhammer Deathmaster is a new side-scrolling adventure, and it looks okay. I am unsure if this is going to be the style of the gameplay, like the style of the game. But if so, it's kind of neat looking. The other thing I saw was Star Path. Oh yeah, it's right here. Right now, Star Path is made by some of the original devs from Valheim, and it is a crafting survival game in space. Jeepin, you are first. Look at that. You're not first very often.
Hello there. Hello there.
All at once.
Hello there. Another happy.
Well, we got a Sophie treat. Pinooch, good morning. How are you doing? All right, let me switch over here. We'll get a Sophie treat going. She is immediately by my side. Crazy Bearded One doesn't get to be first. I mean, Crazy Bearded One just wanted me to have some coffee. That was about it. All right. She got her treat. Switch back over. So I'm talking about my morning's goon. We're both a little like allergies are hitting us. I went for first thing this morning. I took Sophie for a walk. Came back in and I'm like sniffling and everything else. Yeah, I can feel it. Allergies are a little bad right now. Yeah, but oh well. So we're talking about new games that are coming out. I talked about The Mandalorian and Grogu. I liked it. Right? Is it the most edge of your seat movie? No, but I liked it. Right? It had some very serious stuff in it. It had some comedy. It flowed well. I thought it fit the series pretty good. So if you are into Star Wars and The Mandalorian, it's worth going to see. And then outside of that, this this game called Starpath, right? I'm unsure what to make of it. It's created by the original dev of the Valheim, right? So this is their new, like, a space crafting survival game. It is, but it's very, I don't know. Yeah, it's a space survival one, right? You're crafting you're making things, you're building your base, right? You find stuff, explore, expand upon it. Just like they're doing there. You're adding solar panels, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it completely gives you the control to build it piece by piece. And then you go and explore. It had music. It just was muted. I have no idea. There's not a huge amount for this. But you have environmental stuff you got to deal with, it looks like. Yeah, co-op is a big deal, right? Let's see if we can find some info on Starpath. Oh wait, what was that? Explore the seamless. It answered it right here. Explore the seamless death of space solo or co-op, and find out if there is anyone out there. That's kind of cool. I've been watching it. I kind of really like it. You know, it is supposed to be a massive, massive game. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it is on Steam. It has not been released yet, but you can add it to your wish list if you want. I don't know. Starpath release date. Let's see what this comes up with, right? No release date yet? Yeah. But it's already on Steam, which kind of makes me think it may be an early access thing coming out, hopefully. So it looks pretty cool. Just, you know, another game to add to our list, I'm sure. we have so many games. Anyways, yes, The Mandalorian and Grogu is worth going to see. We both got popcorn buckets for it. Now we got the official popcorn buckets, right? So she got the Mandalorian with Grogu on the shoulder as a popcorn bucket, and I have the AT-AT with Mando climbing it as a popcorn bucket. There is two like other ones there, but it depends which popcorn buckets your theater gets. So the theater we went to only had those two. You know. The spacefaring survival and crafting game Starpath, developed by Valheim lead engineer Jonathan Smars, and it's not under another name, right? So on Steam, it's just listed under him. So does not have an official release date. It got announced this month, yeah, and a playable demo is currently planned, yes. So I'm assuming by sometime, I don't know, later in, maybe the summer coming up, there'll be a demo to start hooking people in, right? All right, what is going on here? Why is it not? Do I need to reconnect? All right, my pretzel rock is being weird. Hang on. Oh, let's get you to work properly. There you are. I don't understand what's going on. There we are. Things are weird all the time. So he's the dev and the publisher of it. Nice. What else? We played a little bit of Diablo last night, and Jeepin, for the first time, got to beat Lilith. That was pretty exciting. So now we beat Lilith, and now we have moved into Vessel of Hatred example. She made it look easy. Yes, it is. It is a little easier. They made it so that you can move through it much easier. The whole season, like the whole intro, right? So the initial level 1 through 50, finishing off Lilith, because they're already on to Lord of Hatred, right? So they want people to go through it and get up there faster. Yeah, they did make it a lot easier. I barely lost any health on there, and the only reason I even died was I forgot the ground disappears underneath you. So that was it. That was the only reason I died on that fight. So yeah, they make it so you could just like breeze through it real quick. But it's still a worthy fight. Yeah, usually we die a lot. So now we're into Vessel of Hatred. We'll play through that. And then get caught up. It'll be like a long time running thing, but we'll get caught up and then eventually finish the game. Because we played through Diablo 3 like all the way through. And that was fun. All right. As always, I like having this web whiteboard, right? It'd be fun if they would sponsor me. They'd be like, here. But I use the free version of it, and everyone else can join in, right? So at the link at the top of chat, you can join in here, draw, say what you want, right? Or come over here and be like, hey, we're going to help design and work on the game a little bit, because that's in here too. All right. Well, speaking of game stuff, I think we're going to switch and drop over to our game dev stuff. There we are. All right. I have been working with my scenery, and I may have made a mistake. I may have. I kind of made an oops on the stuff here. So I have lines through my grasslands, but that's okay. It's okay. We can fix it, and we'll fix it here pretty quick, right? Other thing is, we now have another zone that you can go into, right? So I need to make the teleport for you to be able to go into it. You're going to have it here. And this will take you to the harbor that I'm working on. Right? So you'll come in up here, which is where town is, right? And eventually I'll have like a bunch of trees and that kind of stuff here. I have some ships already put into the harbor. I do want to make it so that I have a ship or two moving through. Maybe like one comes in, turns around, goes back, comes in, goes this way, or like just through the channel all the way down. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think it'd be cool. And Q, good morning. How are you doing today? So, that is the new zone. And you'll be able to enter here, come through here. It looks like, I am trying to do a little cave in here, right? But, and then this will have another area you'll be able to go to. For now, though, this will be neat, right? All right. Because I made a few mistakes on the scenery, I was messing with the sprites, and I made a mistake. But we need to come in here and fix this. And then it'll be okay. So that's what we're going to start with, right? But quest-wise, we are up to...
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello?
Hello there. Another happy landing.
Welcome in, Homeless, and coming in with that Sophie treat. She's always excited somewhere. She's asleep. Hey, Sophie. There she is. Hey, Soph. Here we are. We'll switch. You want your Sophie treat? All right. And remember that Sophie is the star of the stream. I'm just kind of a co-host here, co-star. Well, yeah, it's okay. So we need to fix my map here. Hello, Homeless. She was first. True. However, Homeless, it kind of counts because she left the house. I mean, I don't even leave the house. She left the house, drove to work, made it through all the way to her office, right? To the IT hub, where her little tech stuff is and all that, avoided all the customers and everybody that's like, I have a broken computer, and hopped on just to be first. So hers kind of counts, right? Like mine doesn't count because I sit like here and I can see her when she streams, and I'm like, she's going live. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't count. All right. We need to fix a bunch of this stuff. We're going to try to get to, I think it's just the bottom. It might be. So we'll turn on that. We'll turn on this. And that is what we're going to fix. Yeah. She does. She has to go in there, into work, and, you know, fight off all the people that's like, my computer's broken. How do I turn it on? You know, all the normal stuff, right? All right. Oh, I also made a new pet. So we have a couple of different versions of rats, right? But this is the new dog that's going to be in the game. So I have 2 frames basically for it to run and idle. Its ears wiggling, right, on this one. So forward and then back. I made it so it does, there's a sit down one like this. And that turned out pretty good, I think. Oh, why is my Ace Price stuff weird? Let's do that. All right. Then we have the bark, right? So this is the bark sprite. I think it looks cool. Cheapin is very friendly at work. She has yet to bite anyone. She's come close a couple times. True. But used much restraint. True. She deserves a medal for that one. Although it's really not necessarily the customers, it's sometimes the coworker, you know? All right. Let's figure out what we got going on that's wrong here. Right. If we have it go like that, hydrate. I do have some water. I was holding my breath for a little bit because, you know, that was stinky. I heard, you know, the fart in the way. All right. Let's see. We're going to put one of these here. We'll put one of those. We're trying to fix my... Oops. What was that? A dungeon duel. We haven't had one of those in a while. if nobody will, oh, Jeepin, you win by default. Nobody joined in. That's too bad. You win by default. Right? All right. So again, this was an oops that I did. I messed up my scenery. There we go. Another duel. Jeepin is in a dueling mood this morning. Customers, beware. That's it. All right, we need to turn on the buildings like that, so I can see a little bit more what we got going on here. I feel like that is incorrect. Why is this corner weird? There. I try not to like keep straight lines on stuff. I don't like it, right? It's just me. I don't like the straight lines. So maybe if we do that like this. There we go. I'm trying to also think of like, I made a harbor, right? But I don't know why like people would go to the harbor. I don't have any like idea for it yet. So there's that. And the harbor is coming along pretty nice, right? This is the harbor. And I want to make it so that some of the ships move. So like there will be one that travels down here. Maybe try to make it so if I have dog hair comes up here and maybe like docks or something, or small one comes in and out over here. Just something to add some actions into it, but we'll see. All right, so we need to fix this because somehow I broke it. Yeah. There we go. And homeless, actually, to the death, you actually rarely lose the duels for some reason. No clue why. True. Well, I mean, you are also much higher level than everybody else, right? So we're going to do this. We'll do one of these. It may not seem like it, but this is like a big piece to all this. Getting everything to match and work and, you know. It does not always work out that way. It is a little tough sometimes. And like I said, I'm not 100% sure what... I may have deleted a piece that I needed. That's probably what I did here. All right, where is my zones? We're gonna do that. We're gonna grab this. All right. We're almost there. Almost there. Oops. What else we got going on? So this weekend, we're not going anywhere. We're staying in. Next weekend, we are going camping. So Friday and Saturday, I will not be here for stream. There'll be none of that. We will be out doing our thing. And I forget exactly where it is we're going, but I know it's north of here. And we'll be near like another little river. So I think it'll be cool. All right. I think we're good to be able to turn on most everything else. Oops. Let me do this. There we are. All right. So now, where is the one I'm using? There we are. Let's turn it all on. And we'll come in here and slowly try to fix some of this stuff again. On the bottom here. So overall, I've been spending a lot of time trying to work on this part of stuff. All right, see, now why is this? That's on the grass above. Okay. All right, so you come down here and you walk through into the marsh. The marsh, it looks okay. I didn't mess up the marsh, did I? No. Oh, yeah, and I started expanding over here, trying to clean and make this a little nicer. I'm going to make it so the witch is up here, not out below where she is for testing. That looks a little messed up right there. Huh. Yeah, that looks messed up. So, why? I feel like that would need to be on a much higher level. Like that. All right, that should work. Where's the zones? Turn that off so I can see what I'm doing. All right. So now, we need to go back down to the bottom one. See, sometimes you make mistakes. It's okay. I make the mistakes all the time. And it just kind of cost me a little extra fix-it time. That's all. So right here, we need like an angled one. There. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to stuff sometimes, and you're just like, you know what? I need to fix something, and you do it, and it breaks it. But my motto for today is break it like you mean it. There. Go like that. That looks like that's okay. That's a bit weird. I don't know what just happened. What happened there? It goes like that. Then, that should be there. Well, trying to find a blend in the corner. Oh, maybe we'll just change it and make it like this. That looks like it'd be okay. Because then we can do that. See, I'm still running into... I see what I got to do. All right, we're going to move it so it comes out like this. Nobody walks through here anyways. So I don't have to protect it. And it'll go... like that. Well, I think what I need is that. There we go. All right, that is good. Because, like I said, when you're in here, you can't walk through there anyways, so I think it's fine. There we are. All right. I like this side of things. I like the building of it just as much as I like working on the game itself. To me, it's all part of it. And I've always been a world builder, right? By that, I mean, like, most of the stuff I've always done was world building, being in, like, StarCraft, the original, like, one, right? The map builder, Warcraft map builder, Neverwinter Nights, all that stuff, right? I've always enjoyed it. And somebody, I can hear them, is arguing behind me. She's making a bunch of little noises, right? A particular little squawky wants out. Like, she wants uncovered. So she's like, "You're talking about me. I know you are." All right. I think we're just about good. We just got to finish this part. Like that. Like this. There. And I'm excited because I think we have found somebody to take care of the bird while we go away, because that is the hard part, right? Not everybody's a fan of birds. Getting somebody to watch her can be a little challenge sometimes, right? Jibin started a duel and then ran away. You missed the end of the duel. Well, you know. I'm pretty sure you lost. I think Homeless won it. Yeah, Homeless won it. All right, what if we go there? Maybe that's a better choice for this. right? Because then I need to fix that one, but that's all right. G-Pin, you killed Lilith. You are the all-powerful. True. It was because you ran away. That's all. All right, now I need the marsh. It is the marsh, right? Yeah, this is it. So I need like that. Like, again, I don't like straight edges, so I wanted to put something there to prevent the straight edge on it. All right, it's all fixed. Yeah. And I'm slowly adding in the trees and everything into the ancient forest. I'm layering them, so I have to go work my way from top to bottom on these. So that way, when you're looking at it, and this is something you got to remember when you're on 2D, you want them to layer a certain way so that the ones that are closest to you, right, in the foreground here, like these guys, show up in front of these ones behind it to give it that depth, right? So it's a definite. You have to think about it, right? Mindset while you're doing it. Like, oh, I need these to be in a certain layer in order for them to show up. So on here, I'm working from the top down, so the stuff that in the bottom will be in front of these ones. So it'll correctly layer itself. All right. Now that we got all that back to where it needs to be, let's do a save. And I think we're going to alter the barkeep. So we're going to alter Brewer's conversation a little bit and make it so that when it gives a quest, we add some more info into it. I think that's what we're going to do now. D7, welcome in. How you doing today? All right. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was doing a quick commit to save the scenery stuff we just did. There we are. All good. You doing all right? Excellent. So now here's the thing. All right. So our test guys, right? They are right here. So we have the Wisp and we have this guy who is just kind of an oval right now. I got like 3 or 4 ovals because I don't have graphics for them yet. When you find him, right? Because he's going to be your companion that'll join the party. You're going to find him inside the cave There he is. And it'll be down here somewhere on the second level. I just haven't figured out where yet. But you need to know about it, right? Otherwise, there may not be any reason you actually go in all the way to the second level without knowing about it. So, I think we'll edit the dialogue for the barkeep. Right? Now, here's the question. How do we make this work? Do we want the player... what do we have? We have skeletons. Skeletons are in the cave, right? That is what we need to do. So, do we want them to go out, fight skeletons someplace, come back, and then have to return? Because you're going to end up fighting the boss in there. Or is the boss just not a quest and you run into the boss on the quest? Right? Because right now, whoops. Yeah, so job number 3, we're saying Brewer's like, listen, believe it or not, there are, believe it or not, listen, believe it or not, there are skeletons in that cave in the marsh. So we're going to add a couple other conversations into this. Skeletons, what do I need to do? Right? If you are up for the task, we're gonna make a new one of these, right? So let's add to the conversation. Brewer. Let's see. So we need you to clear out the skeletons. All right, let's redo that. Let's say, here's the thing. Another adventure went off, right? Another adventure went off to clear the cave. But hasn't come back yet. Right? So this way, we're going to introduce, there's another person, right? There's a companion. We're going to say why you want to go far into the cave, because that's why you need to find the other person. All right, I see ads are going to start here 30 seconds or so, right? During that time, I'm going to take it, be right back, so you don't miss anything. I need some coffee, because that's the important part. I need to uncover Arwen, because she's making a bunch of noise. And then we'll be back, and we'll take care of some stuff here, right? We'll continue editing the dialogue so that we're able to give a purpose to the quest. I think that's kind of the important part. Skeletons. What do I need to do? Brewer. So here's the thing. Another adventurer went off to clear the cave, but has not come back yet. Let's add in another player response. How long has the adventure been gone? All right. There are the ads. I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight, get up, grab some coffee, do what you need to. But I'll see everybody shortly. We are back. I have coffee. Arwen is uncovered, but now just chittering, right? She's just chit-chatting, making noises. She's a little bit older. She had a birthday in April, and now she's like, I'm a big bird. I'm not the baby. And I wake up earlier, I stay up later. Yeah. That's her thing. All right, let's take a minute and let's see what we got going on the web whiteboard. We have a giant heart. Look at that. It says hi in it. Hi, chat. So don't forget, if you like to draw or you have suggestions on the game or anything of that, you can come into the web whiteboard, which is pinned at the top of chat. And you don't have to sign up for it or anything. You can just join as a guest. You come in here, you can draw, you can see some of the stuff I'm looking at. So this is all stuff for the skill tree, right? And I was starting to think about how I want the skill tree to look. And I think I'm going to go with this single point per node kind of system, right? And it looks something like this. So I started making squares and diamonds and circles to try to put it together. All right. We were on this conversation. So the whole reason we're changing Brewer's conversation, which is the barkeep, right? On job number 3, it's because we want to give more information. We want a reason to go into the cave. And we need to be clear, it's the one in the marsh. Believe it or not, there are skeletons in that cave in the marsh to the south. How about in the cave in the marsh? That doesn't roll very well. There are, believe it or not, skeletons live in the cave in the marsh to the south. All right. Listen, believe it or not, skeletons live in the cave in the marsh to the south. I think it flows a little better. All right. So we'll stick with that. Skeletons, what do I need to do? Here's the thing. Another adventurer went off to clear the cave, but has not come back yet. How long has the adventure been gone? Well, Tavian has been gone a few days. And we're like, Tavian has been gone a few days, and maybe we're getting worried about it. Secret Harbor, good morning. Welcome in. We are sitting here working on a dialogue that will happen between the player and an NPC, right? That gives out quests for you to go do things in the game. How are things going with you? All right, there we are. Music should be playing a little bit, right? Just slightly. You been good? Just busy? Yeah. We've been pretty busy here. I like to jam pack stuff in, and we're always doing stuff, right? Mostly, especially during late spring, summer, and then into the beginning of the fall, I try to fit everything in, because then during the winter, I tend to hibernate, and I'm like, okay, we're not going out as much. So, we went to see on Thursday. We went to go see The Mandalorian and Grogu, the movie, and it was good, right? Star Wars, Mandalorian is another like a series inside the Star Wars universe. It takes place between number 6 and 7, so at the end of Return of the Jedi, and whatever number 7 was. I can't remember. But it takes place between those, right? And the movie was good. We liked it. We thought it fit the overall theme of the Mandalorian well. All right. Oh, well, this is a holiday weekend, isn't this? Is right? This is Memorial. And I think it's this Monday, yes? Yeah. Are you all doing anything for it? So Tavian has been gone for a few days. Yeah, Memorial Day is this Monday. Are you all going out, doing anything? Just cooking out? Gotcha. We're not going anywhere for it. But we'll be here, and I'm pretty sure Jeepin is doing her cooking stream. I'm not sure what she's cooking yet. There she is. Wasn't sure if she was around or not. She's at work. She's playing it. Okay, yeah, you're playing in on it. A chicken burrito bowl. Excellent. All right, so Tavian has been gone for a few days. Folks here are starting to worry. Here we are. Starting to worry. If you're up for the task, need you to clear out the. How about need you to clear out the skeletons, and find Tavian. Okay, so you'll be right back. All right. We've now switched the conversation up, right? So now it introduces, hey, there's another adventure that went off into the cave. Explore the cave, but does not come back in. How long has the adventure been gone? Tavian's been gone for a couple of days. Folks here are starting to worry. If you are up for the task, I need you to clear out the skeletons and find Tavian. This will now give you the reason to go into the cave and explore the whole thing, right? And then you will find Tavian somewhere in the cave, right? I'm probably going to make it so that you find Tavian before you get to the end, because when you get to the end, you're going to have a boss. So you'll find him somewhere in here. He'll join your party. Now you get to fight a couple little things, learn how it is, and then all of a sudden you'll have your first boss battle. All right, so I think that works well. Yeah. What else we got? Let's see. That's great. I'll take care of it. Wow. You made it back. Made it back. And you found... Made it back. Okay. We'll have to add in some stuff here. Complete. Skeleton, excellent work. The cave is safe again. Here's a reward. Thanks, glad I could help. You earned 20 copper. You've completed all my work. Well done, adventure. So right now, Brewer, the barkeep, only has like 3 quests. Yeah, so only 3 quests right now. You're back. Welcome back. So, in particular, little one here, Arwen, is arguing now at night because she doesn't want to go to bed when we normally put her to bed. She wants to stay up later now. She also wants to be uncovered earlier in the morning. She hears me sitting here. She thinks I'm just sitting here talking to her. So she's like, I want to be uncovered. And she sits right behind me now. So she makes all these little noises and I can hear her like talking to me. Yeah. So she's just having the time. She's like, I want uncovered. That's it. Uncover me. All right. What do we need to do? We fixed the quest to go find Tavian. And then after you turn in the quest for the skeletons and you come back outside, that's when Paul the lumberjack, right? Whenever I think of a lumberjack, I think of like Paul Bunyan. So Paul the lumberjack, who's hiding right here behind the tree. You can see the white there. But when you come out, Paul will walk down this way, hit over here, walk up, and get to here. That will initiate the next set of quests. What that's going to do is when you complete the quest for Paul, Paul will get rid of this tree and gets rid of the one right here. That will open up the ancient forest. So it gives you new places to go and explore. Which will also introduce you, once you find her, introduce you to the witch in the woods, which is going to have a new shop on her, and she'll sell like potions and that kind of stuff that you can't buy in town. Although I'm moving her, I think she's going to be up in here. Just reorganizing some stuff. All right. Let's get in game, run around and check things, see what it looks like. I fixed what I think is all the graphic stuff, but we're going to get in game and double check everything. So let's start it up. So Secret Harbor, this is a game that I'm working on and designing, right? It's called a role-playing game, an RPG, where you follow a quest, you advance in the game. There's a story, that kind of stuff that you complete. Now, I spent 3 months working on version 1, and now I am working on version 2. All right, hold on. I don't know what you just did here. And version 2, so this is the game right here, right? And it's a full game, right? Working on making everything in it, to the scenery, to the characters. I've named a lot of the characters after people in chat. So there's Homeless, Silver Eclipse, Jeepin's in here. Oh, Sophie's not showing now. I'll have to fix Sophie. But we got Jeepin, Calvar, Brent, Panuch. Everybody's in here, right? And Gleb, welcome in. How are you doing today? How have you been? Sophie needs a treat. True. I did something apparently, and I can't interact with her. She's invisible now. I read your line. Sophie needs a treat. And Sophie came over. So, in what is called channel points, which is down in the bottom left part of the chat, you'll see like a little symbol, like a square. It's got some like binary code up in there, right? Yeah, but down under chat is what we call channel points. You can click on it and you earn channel points by watching. Hold on, Soph. In there, you can scroll through them and you can find all kinds of stuff, but one is particular. Let me find it. It is called Sophie Treat. I'm going to do it. And you'll hear barking, and that denotes that Sophie gets a treat. So we switch over to the big camera. We give her a treat, and off she goes. So, Gleb, you're doing all right. You're working on projects, libraries and projects as always. How's the game? The game's coming along pretty good. All right, let me show you here, right? So if we're gonna do this, right? So if we go, switch back. All right, twitch.com/ All right. I'm going to show you the stream on a stream. Right? Over here is where things are. So let me open my browser here. Okay. On the bottom over here, right? So you have chat, right? Which is right on this side of the stream. Down here, you'll have something called channel points. You can just power through it, right? But when you click on it, you'll have options inside the list. And that is where. So as you build up your channel points in the amount that you have, it should tell you when you sort of hover over it. You'll be able to choose different things. And one of them is the Sophie one. So, Gleb, the game's going well, right? I made a mistake and I was cleaning up some graphic stuff that I messed up, but it's now has 5-ish quests, a couple of different zones. The big one that I'm working on is the third quest, right? So it sends you down into the cave, right? The cave.
No gleb
character in the game. There will be. I have new NPCs that I need. So we will have that. And no worries, Vader. The gleb character will be there. Right? So, Secret Arbor, that is how you do that. You redeem the Sophie treat. And then we switch over to the big camera. So Sophie's right here. And then she goes off and lays down and eats the treat. And the important thing, Gleb, is do you just want to be out wandering around town? Do you want to be in a bar? What do you want to do? Right? So now, on the last quest that you talk to Brewer, right? It will send you to go find Tavian. This is Tavian right here, currently. That's just for testing. But Tavian is went to go explore the cave, hasn't returned yet. Everybody is a little bit worried, right? You don't really do Mars, so being outside works perfect. And then, as you go to explore the cave, you'll find there's a second level, and you come down here, and then Tavian will be somewhere in here that you get to rescue. Tavian joins your party, and now you have a second character that fights with you, right? So it's coming along pretty good. I have the quest set up that triggers, right? So after the third quest is turned in, you've cleared out the cave, you turn that in, and the next time you come outside, Paul, the lumberjack, starts to walk, makes it all the way down here, makes its way up, and gets to over here. You go and talk to him, and Paul gives you a quest. Go sharpen his axe. You got to take it over to the blacksmith, right? Which is up here. Bring the axe back to him, and Paul will clear out the log here, the tree. So once you do that, it opens up the new biome for the ancient forest. And now you're introduced to, like, there's another character out there called the witch. That's the witch. She sells potions, that kind of stuff that you can't find in town. So now we're expanding through here, and I started working on the next zone, to the left, right here. And this is the harbor. So it's coming along. It's coming along well, right? Brent, welcome in. I wasn't sure if you were going to be here today. I appreciate you for stopping in. And of course, coming up with the Sophie treat. Sophie is also happy that you are here. There we are. All right. You don't see Panucci in the chat. You are not first for the Sophie treat today, but you are first between you and Panucci. Oh, wait, no. Panucci did one. Sorry, let me look. I remember Panucci was here. He said hi. I believe he did a Sophie treat. Let me get back up there and look. Panucci redeemed a Sophie treat. You did lose today, Brent. It's all the way up near the top. I had to scroll to find it, but you lost today, unfortunately. You're so mad. I know. It's what happens. Panucci was on time. That's all. So, chat, Panucci and Brent are competing to see who can give the Sophie stuff first. And today, Brent lost. That's it. Unfortunately. Right? All right. Since Brent, you're here. On here, I started looking and trying to figure out design concepts for the this thing never stays where it's supposed to. Let's do that. All right. For the skill tree, right? Easy skill tree is that I'm using is designed by Brent here. And it's a separate project. I built it and designed it there, and then I import it in. And I think this is kind of the style I want to go with. Right? Because you can start here in the middle. You maybe get one or two things, and then maybe it merges, like we cut off this bottom corner, but maybe then it merges over here and you have character one as well. So either your companion will have a separate skill tree, or it's merged in and you can put stuff into it. It's going to be one of those two things, right? All right. Overall, I think everything's coming together pretty good with this. The harbor is looking good. I really haven't decided if the harbor is going to be open right away, right? Or if the harbor opens up later on. And if so, how do I just close it off? You know? So you can't get through right now. That kind of stuff, maybe. Or it's there and it just is the initial start of the game stuff and you can go and explore it. You're not going to be able to go into the cave, because there is one at the top here, and something will be over here, right? And you can't get through. But like, maybe in the cave, you won't be able to go in anyways until you find the wisp. And then for down here, I'm going to have some ships moving across the screen. Yeah. But I think I think it's looking, it looks nice, right? And I started working on the scenery for the ancient forest. I just have to go, I'm going from top to bottom based upon the way I'm layering it so that it looks correct when you're playing the game. Pinuch, been here. Brent, making breakfast. Yes. Brent, unfortunately, yeah, lost today. That's all. No biggie. All right. See, Sophie's showing up there. I don't know what I must have changed something in the object for Sophie, but we'll fix that later. All right, let's start the game. Let's go turn in stuff. I should still have it set so that yeah. All right, so we start the game as soon as OBS here sees it. There we are. When we look at inventory, I should already have the items needed for the first 3 quests, right? So we go in. We'll get the first quest. Oh, and I also made it so that Brewer, when you go back to talk to him, recognizes that and skips the whole beginning intro, right? Because you don't need to be welcome, you know, I'm so-and-so every single time. Brent, you're a bit distracted because you're playing Saros, but after you die, you'll go on your computer and be able to watch completely. Excellent. All right, so now we have a quest. We'll go down. We'll do 1 set. Oh, I messed up in here too. This started showing up. And there's a he's in the game. It's a little hint at some stuff, but he's like a watcher, right? This character here. So, all right. We'll do a quick fight and turn. We only have 1 enemy left. All right. Don't let me forget, chat. We need to come back to the battle map, and I need to fix this. I kind of really messed up some stuff and with the way my scenery was, but that's all right. All right. Oh, the wisp is showing too. No biggie. All right, we're gonna go up, turn in the quest because I already have all the stuff on me. You back to clear out those rats. Yes, I have the rat tails. Turn in the quest. Excellent work. Seller safe again. Here's your reward. All right. So now, Brewer says back again. What can I do for you? You need a job. Great. He's got a few jobs for you. Oh, well, you got. You only see the one that is available. You don't see them all yet because these first 3 quests are chained Can't do the one of them until you finish the first one. So you finish the rats. Now it's showing the lizard one, and you got to go fight the lizard folk. Clear them out. Accept the quest. Right? And I still have to fix this. I can't see my previous quest anymore. Only the active one. So grasslands should now be a zone that tells you what it is. And the marsh does the same. All right, these are the lizard folk. Why? Oh, I see it. The yellow triangle for here is showing up on top of the lizard, and it makes it hard to see. So let me start my notes real quick. Enemy target icon. Hard to see on lizards. All right. All right. Fought the first three. We have to end turn. We're going to have 4 of them between me and my turn again. Because the ones, well, 3 of them. The ones in the back are not able to fight. They're melee. They have to be on the front row to fight. And at this point in time, you have to be, you can only fight the ones on the front row as well. A skill point that may be added later on is something like bash or whatever, right? And you can hit the second row. You go through the first one, it takes the most damage, and then trample essentially, and you go to the next one, right? All right, so now we're level 2. That increased. We'll end turn. I wasn't paying attention and I died. All right. But technically, the way it should work, you are level 1 when you start. You go through and you fight 10 rats. That gives you XP. You turn in the first quest, and you become level 2. So when you go to start your fight, you're already going to be a level 2 with the lizards. But we're going to cheat. I'm going to turn in some stuff, right? And we need a job. Skeletons. All right, so Tavian is gone. Has been gone a few days. Folks are starting to. If you are up for the task, need you to clear out the skeletons and find Tavian. Perfect. You accept the quest. So we're gonna walk all the way down there, and then we'll come back up and do this. So when you come through here, right? I took out the rats right now. If you attempt to go in the cave without upgrading, essentially, it's going to say it's too dark for you to continue in there. there must be another way to light the path, right? You can't see anything. So now what's going to happen is you're going to leave and you have to go find the wisp. Maybe you go back to town, ask some people. But I think where it's going to be is the wisp is going to be like held captive in here somewhere, and you rescue the wisp. Or the wisp is just out and about. I don't know yet. But you come up here. We'll go talk to the wisp. Wisp becomes a travel companion, but not one that technically fights right away. Right? So as you go, the wisp follows you. Now, the wisp allows you to see in the cave. So if we go back there, come all the way down. You can now see in the cave, and it doesn't give you that warning, right? So you'll be able to walk through and do all your stuff. And it'll work a lot nicer, right? Secret Harbor, sorry, you're going to need to get off. Need to do something. See you. I appreciate you being here. And I hope you have a good day. Arwen says goodbye as well. All right. So now you're able to see in the cave, and now you can explore it, right? What's going on there? Anyways. So now you go in and you start fighting the skeletons. That's not there. Like, they're not there right now, but you find Tavian. Looks up slowly, squinting. You're not one of them. Exhales, ink. The forest, you're not one of them. You're all right. Could be useful to you. I know the caves, sort of, right? Be glad to have you. So now Tavian is part of your party. The follow is a little weird still between the two of them. I need them to be like directly behind you, but they're a little awkward. Anyways, we go in, we'll turn in the quest. Well, actually, before that we do that, let's go fight a rat. Come in, fight a rat. So now we have the wisp, we have Tavian, and myself. Tavian is now up here on part of the list. So it's my turn. We'll attack one. Attack the other. We'll end my turn. And it is Tavian's turn. Although it said enemy turn. But it's Tavian's turn. Tavian also has a character spot right here. You can auto attack with Tavian or choose to attack and do a light attack or heavy attack, right? It's just template. I'm going to change up the names. But a light attack, Tavian has a bow. And it allows you, and we'll finish off this one. Oh, almost. We'll go find another one because Tavian with the bow can hit the second row. All right, this one worked. So it's Tavian's turn. We have auto attack. It's just going to fire, and then it'll start firing at the one that has the lowest health, right? And you can choose that every time. Or you can take the time and choose what you want done with it. All right, so we're going to end turn. The rats are going to go. We're back to Tavian. We're going to say attack, choose, fire the bow. That's the nice part about having a new companion now. Tavian is a archer and gets to attack the second row, even though the second row is not able to do stuff yet. But when I kill somebody on the first row, the second row will fill in. And Homeless, thank you for the Sophie treat. Let's switch over. Hey, Sophie. Here she comes. Good girl. All right. There we go. So now the back row fills in on the front row when somebody dies, right? Okay. Well, let's say, you do all that stuff, you come out, and we go talk to the bartender again. So we talk to Brewer, back again, what can I do for you? You have a job. Wow, you made it back. Yes, I have the skeleton heads for you. We turn it in. We hit level 3. And when we leave the pub now, Paul, the lumberjack, right here, walks a little drunk. It's not a straight line. Right? So Paul does his thing. Now, if you wander off and are doing other stuff, you see Paul walk past. So you're like, oh, Paul. Okay, it's in your head. But when Paul get the companions like to pile up. There. Right here. The Wisp was like, hey, Paul the lumberjack just got into town. You can find him up near the forest, right? So you're like, oh, let me go find Paul. And you'll wander around trying to find him. And you find Paul the lumberjack. You talk to Paul. Paul's like, hey, name's Paul. Heard there was some work to be done out here. What kind of work? Following trees, right? But, my axe needs sharpening. So, sure, you can help. Here's what you need. Take the axe to the smith. There. Says item acquired. You can look. You have Paul's axe. Come over here. You fight. Or no, you don't fight. I mean, no, you don't fight. You go to the blacksmith. You turn in Paul's axe. Right? It's out of your bag. But you need to come back and talk to him. Says that's fast. Good steel sharpens quick. Tell Paul hello. Item acquired. And now you have the sharpened axe. So you come back and you talk to Paul. We're going to pause the music here. Got the axe back. Smith sharpened it up. Great. Let's make work of these trees. Stand back. I don't know if you could hear it, but there was 4 wood chopping sounds. So now you need to talk to Paul one more time. There, the ancient forest is open again. Got more trees to go clean up. Good work out there. Oh, but one more thing. What's that? There's a witch out in the forest. Sells unique items, they say. I wouldn't mess with her. Right? Noted. Then you end your conversation. Watch it out there. Later off, he goes to clear more trees. Ancient forest is unlocked. And now you can enter the ancient forest. So, that is where I'm at with quests at this particular time. Oh, and you'll see like Paul leaving, right? But now, Paul has cleared. I should make it so Paul comes. Oops, Paul comes down this way. All right, so we have two things. We're going to attack heavy, attack the back row. I got to get the damage set for it, but all right, so I can't do anymore. We'll end turn. I think this stuff is coming along okay, right? I like the battle. I like the way this looks. We want to attack. Let's do another heavy attack on the back row. Right now, Tavian only gets one attack. I haven't connected it with the AP stuff yet, but that's coming. All right, light attack. We can do a heavy attack and a heavy attack. All right. So this is where the other tree had fallen, but it's gone now. So now you can go to the ancient forest from the marsh as well. Right? Oh, I don't have any of the stuff there yet. All right. All right, so it's nighttime. We'll come up here. The witch is there, but the shop is not connected yet. And then you'll be able to go to this little cave back here. I think it's coming along. I think it's coming along pretty good. All right. Let's clean up right here. Right. So close that. This is up here. Turn off that. There. So grass bottom. Maybe. I hear you, Arwen. All right, so grass up top. And we'll go here. So right now, I just saw the notification this time. Ads, I know, ads are going to go off in about a minute. When they do, I'm going to take a short be right back. Gonna grab some more coffee, that kind of stuff, right? There we are. All right. Sophie. All right, let me do this. All right. I know we're going to have a new character with Gleb as a character name. If there's anybody that wants to be a character that is not a character already, let me know. All right. I think we're good. I think what we'll do when we get back is let's work on the cave a little bit so that way we can get that up and running. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do next. All right, there are the ads. I will see everybody in a few moments. And get up, stretch, do what you need to. I'm going to grab some coffee. And yeah, I'll be back. Hang tight. There we are. Okay. Stupid Stream Deck. Come back. I'm trying to get it to work. It's like, oh, I don't want to change and undo everything. And you're like, what the hell? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. What was one of the things? We had Sophie not showing up. We need Sophie to show up. So we're going to fix that. I'm pretty sure it was this, right? I moved all her code out of Draw to the Draw GUI. But I think what I did was let me move some what's going on here. Why is this being weird? So draw bark step. It's being weird. Draw GUI. Okay, where parent NPC. Let's just copy it all. Let's do event inherited. Put that in. Get rid of that description. And draw self. There we are. Oops. Okay, so that should make it, or just look real fast, but that should make it so Sophie shows up. No, it's not. In here, we'll do that. And that's going to be the only thing in the draw. There it is. All right, so Sophie is there. There's the mysterious character showing up. Okay, we fixed that. We need to make a teleport from harbor to the world map, like other one. So objects. I think I want teleports to be separate. Instance. Just call it teleports there. Okay. I need one called, and I think I already started it, object harbor. No, tally port harbor. Yeah. We're going to make this enter harbor. And we'll stretch it, right? So it covers that whole sort of walking zone. But now we need to set where we want it to come out. Because in here, we need teleports. Teleports. There we go. And in teleports, we're going to have harbor exit. It's going to go there. Oops. All right. So now, whatever this location is right here, 1915 by 250. Chat. 1915 to 50. Remember that, chat. Let's go first to this one. Enter Tally Harbor. Press E key. Okay, so that's all we have on this. Right? And then on this one, exit Telly Harbor. All right. So now I need the script for my doors. So we have, this is enter, exit, enter, exit, enter, exit. We're going to enter Telly Harbor. And this is a new door. Right? And now we need it to be harbor. Stinkiness. And it is. It's stinky. Harbor. What am I doing on this? This is ID name. So tavern, pubs, cave is a cavern, harbor, we're going to say ships. We need it to be stinky. Okay. And enter the harbor. Right? So we enter the harbor. Then we need to tell it the rooms. This is room, harbor. Object, tally, harbor, enter. Why is that not showing up? Enter, tally, harbor, enter. Oh. Because I didn't do that. And I didn't do that. All right. Then Then I need the spot, and it's 1915. I think we said it was 250. There. All right. Now, that should work for us to get from one place to the other. But now we need to make the exit. So, exit Telly Harbor. This is new door. And this is harbor. This is ships. Exit the harbor. This is for room, harbor, no, room, world map. And object, tally, harbor, exit. Where, oh, we don't have our numbers, so we're gonna want like enter somewhere right around here, right? Well, we could just make it right here too. Let's make it like 165 10 20. 165 10 20. There we are. 165 10 20. Exit tally harbor. There we are. All right. We're going to try them. This should allow us to teleport to the harbor and then back from the harbor. What are you saying back there, Arwen? Hi. What you doing? She fits in new words now and like into a sentence, and you're like, oh. All right, we'll wait for that chat bubble to go away. If I come over here, it's not very... It's there. I should probably make it a little bigger, like the zone. But E does not work. Okay. There, we'll make it a little bigger. But enter harbor. Exit Kelly Harbor. Object is Telly Harbor exit. This is enter Telly Harbor. Why? What am I missing here? Arwen is saying good girl. Arwen, are you a good girl? right. So something isn't quite correct. Target position X, target position Y. So when you exit the harbor, you go to the world map. We're going to say instead of exit the harbor, this is just a description, right? Enter town. Harbor ships. Harbor ships. Is that correct? Do I need those to both be on the same category? Tavern, pub, tavern and pub, cave, cavern, cave and cavern, cellar basement. Well, I think there was only these three, like two things, right? Oh, door, parent door prompt. Is there anything I need to do in this? No. So well, let's look at one of the other ones, right? We have teleport, harbor, exit. So I hear you, Arwen. Props, teleport, doors, harbor. Let's look at the basement or even the tavern. Let's look at tavern enter. Empty, enter tele tavern. That's the only thing that's different in this one. I wonder if it's the order in which I have them. Right? And maybe that's the problem. Because there's no difference between this and that. All right, well, let's run it again. I made the zone a little bigger, so maybe that will help. Not quite. Okay, so it's not teleporting. Which I don't get. Let's think about this. Door is there. We'll move this. This is leftover stuff. So I bet I have to. Maybe I got to specify the rooms now. Object here. Let me look. That's it. I don't have anything else listed. Door. Well, I guess let me check the player. Because maybe I'm there. I feel like I'm missing something. I am right here. Okay. So I need to add if room interior or exiting, else if room there. I feel like it's going to be another else if room equals room harbor. All right, so now we're going to say we need to set all this. All right, so variable cave, no, variable harbor door equals instance place x, y. All right, hold on. Let's think about this. If room interior, these are all so we need to know what's in it, right? Variable harbor door. So those two can be the same. Harbor basement enter door is in interior. Makes no sense. All right. Room. It always takes me a minute to remember this. This door function script is from OKDog. So in here, we want everything that needs to be enter. So harbor door This is tavern. Tavern. Okay, they can share the same. So variable, harbor, door, instance, place, X, Y, object, tally, harbor, enter. And then if harbor door show debug message entering the harbor. No, entering cave. Yeah, enter cave. Enter tavern from world map. Enter harbor from world map. Okay. Global dot doors dot enter Delhi harbor door interaction ID. All right, so now we need to do the exit, and that is tell harbor exit if harbor door hey, let me double check. All right, cave door, that's all right. We're gonna say show debug message exiting harbor to world map. All right. Our global dot doors dot exit tally harbor dot door interaction ID. All right. That I don't know. Let's see if it works. I may have it backwards. All right, come on. There we are. Let's go press E. Oh, all right. Perfect. So it did teleport me over. I'm in the harbor now. Come back, press E, and I'm back into town. Nice. All right. Let's fix this. Gonna make it a little bigger, right? We're also going to move the player, I think, a little bit farther along. Maybe here. So, how about 1820, 255? So in door, when we enter the harbor, 18 harbor enter. We're gonna say, what did we say? 1820 255. Okay. Then, so we made that a little bigger. In here, we want it to be about 200 1025. $210.25. All right, let's double check them. But I think we have made the teleports working now to get into the harbor. I should probably move this tree just a little bit, but you know, I need to make it so this moves over a little bit more, but it's fine for now. Enter town. All right. So real world, we're going to move the tree here more. Well, maybe. There we are. Okay. That should be fine. Roughly. This was an object. You know what? What if we move it even here? I think it's fine. Like that. Okay. Let's start it again and see how it looks. So chat, what's everybody what are you all up to? Dog hairs. All right, this looks pretty good. I do need to make it so that this shows up a little bit. Right? So if we go in, we press there, we are in the harbor. And now we can run around, come check out what is going on. Run out onto the docks. Whoops. Well, that's not cool. Okay. And then come over here. Now, this is going to should be active. Yes. Oh, way too fast, though. Way too fast. I'm going to have it so that it has like a light source to it. It provides light for here. It does not need to be that fast. No. Enter town. We're back in town. And it's cloudy. Okay. I think that was object. Is it a lantern? Let's be our lantern. 30 frames per second. That's why. Well, let's knock it all the way down to like 12. 10. Five looks a little more natural, but I think we'll make it like 6. There we go. That should work for that. Let's look at my harbor real fast. Okay. We're going to run and try it again. I think it's because I had this out of order. On why it looked like you could walk on top of the ship. But overall, well, we fixed our teleports. So now we can get into the next area, which I think is going along, coming along well. It just gives a little more space and stuff to explore at the beginning. You're not completely stuck on a couple things, right? So come up on here. I think the dock needs fixed. That I like this. I don't like it split. So I can still walk on top of this. All right. This is a tile anyways. It's not an object. I think it'll get fixed once I give it a an object. Yeah, because I don't have objects in here yet. All right. Well, and what else we got working? We have the tree chopping thing works well. There we are. The tree chopping thing works well. We have all this working nice. Let's take our wisp. We know the wisp works pretty good. Let's put it down here. Then we can we'll leave Tavy in there. And this was the one we could walk through. Set it so you can't. There. All right. That should be okay. Yep. All right. Well, I think we're gonna call it. I don't want to. I was gonna try to work on some more other stuff today, but I do have to do regular work today. Mostly because I left early on Thursday, and I don't want to use up any PTO or any of that stuff. So I'm gonna make up some hours. So we'll do this. We will come in here and teleports for harbor. Dialogue updates. There we are. All right. Well, I think that this is where we're going to call it, right? So let me switch back to this. I appreciate everyone for being here. I know it's, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes short of what I normally do, right? But I'm going to be switching over. I'm going to have to go upstairs, log in the work, all the fun stuff, right? And try to get a couple things done, make up a little bit on the time that I left from Thursday. And what did we do on Thursday? We went and saw the Mandalorian and Grogu. I think it was a good movie. I know a lot of people are like, oh, this and that. I'm like, no, just go see it. It's good. I think it still fits in. It has a lot of seriousness to it, but it also has humor. And I think it was the right level for it. So I think it was good, right? All right, we're going to go visit Flames. He's working on his game. Let me make sure he's there. Yes. Let me get that started. Pause the music. I appreciate everyone for being here. I will be here tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So same digital place, same digital time. And we'll continue. Now, after I do my regular work, I'll be back here. I'm going to work on this for a little bit. Then I have some other stuff to get done. I try to fit in a lot, right? So I have little projects. I need to clean some of the closets upstairs, organize some stuff, and, all the normal stuff. But let's go ahead and say hi to Flames. I appreciate everyone for being here. Again, I will see you all tomorrow for some more game dev stuff. Anyways, folks, have a great one, and I will talk to you all later. Bye now.